If you needed a sign to stop rushing the process, this is it. Good things take time. Not because you're failing, not because you are behind, but because the best stuff in life is built, not found. Today I just want to talk about what taking time actually looks like and why it feels so uncomfortable and how to stay consistent when the process is slow. So let me ask you a question. When was the last time you quit something that was working simply because it wasn't working fast enough? Because I have done that, like, more times than I want to admit. And the thing is, one of the example of why I know that is because when I started doing Twitch in like 2021, when I was streaming Minecraft and stuff like that, I was doing so well. I got like $200 in a month from streaming on Twitch. Now, it wasn't working fast enough because like when I first started, like it took a long time of streaming to get to that point. It wasn't just like a quick thing that happened. I had to build up a community that wants to subscribe to the channel, and it wasn't working fast enough because I wasn't getting enough viewers. I only had obviously I had a small amount of viewers, but the thing is I had built such a good community that had loyal followers that would actually give me money. And the stupid thing was, I thought like because I wasn't getting many viewers, I would just stop because I wasn't getting anywhere with the viewage. And that was dumb because I probably could have been a bigger place right now with Twitch streaming if I had stayed with it. And yeah, every time I look back, the painful truth is I was closer than I thought to actually being somewhere big on Twitch, But I stupidly stopped because I wanted a break and I wasn't seeing the good enough results that I wanted at the time. But the thing is, we think the problem is that the process is slow, but the real problem is that we expect it to feel rewarding straight away, which definitely never works with anything. Like, things take a long time to make, and especially good things. So good things take time, as the video suggests. Now, the most meaningful process looks like this. You do the work, you do it again, and for a while, nothing changes, but that doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It just means that the results are still underground, which means they're going to happen eventually. But the problem is we want visible results because visible results give us certainty, which is kind of annoying because, the results could be there, like, not in your face, but like, like, we want certainty to be like, okay, this is actually working, but behind the scenes, it may actually be working in a few months. So we just have to stick with what we're doing to actually, have a better chance of getting good results in the future. But the thing is, there's always a lag between what you do today and what you can see tomorrow. Think about it. You don't get fit from one workout and you don't build trust from one conversation. So why think about it the same way with, growth and things like that? Like, it literally takes so much time to build. But we live in a world that trains our brain to expect instant feedback. So like, when real life does not respond instantly, we assume it's not working. But like, here is the line I try to remember. Consistency is a vote. Every time you show up, you are voting for the person you are becoming. You do not need to feel the process for it to be real. So yeah, consistency is a vote. When the process is slow, our minds start telling stories, usually 3 of them. Lie 1, I'm behind. Now, if you feel like you're behind right now, then try not to think that because you're not behind. In reality, you're just slowly building it up. Most of the time, we're comparing our real life to somebody else's highlight reel, because if you notice on Instagram and all that lot, they just show all the good moments rather than the struggles that they went through to get to those good moments. Line number 2 is, if it was meant for me, it would be easy. No. If this is meant for you, it will be worth it. And worth it often means uncomfortable. Line number 3 is, if you don't see results soon, I should stop. Sometimes you should pivot, but most of the time you just need to stay long enough for the compound effect to kick in. Because nothing happens straight away. It takes months, years. All these things take so much time, yet we're not sticking long enough to actually get the effects. And the thing is, here are 5 practical ways to stay in the game long enough. Shrink the time horizon, which means do not ask, will this work in a year? Ask, can I do this today? So shorten the timeline. Number 2 is measure inputs, not outcomes. Outcomes are delayed, but incomes are controllable. So track what you do, not what you get. Number 3 is make it embarrassing how small the goal is. So if you're stuck, set a bar low. 1 page, 10 minutes, 1 rep, consistently beats intensity. So if you're at the gym, then it's recommended to actually do a couple of reps rather than 10 reps. And number 4 is celebrate the boring wins. Now there's definitely a lot of boring wins that happen when you're building something. So yeah, the boring wins are the foundation, the boring wins are the reason for the big wins when they arrive. So patience equals right actions plus time. So essentially right actions plus time equals patience if you do it the other way. But the thing is, there have always been seasons where I was putting in the work and it felt like nothing was happening. Then months later something clicked. Because I was suddenly... Not because I was suddenly became a different person, but because I stayed long enough for the work to start. But because I stayed long enough for the work to start happening. The process was not invisible, but it was just quiet. And a lot of processes do tend to be quiet because, well, when you're building things, results don't happen on a constant up end. You get ups and downs all the time, and it's the same with, you know, for instance, if you look at the graphs of an investment, you're going to be up and down all the time. You're not going to be constantly getting up. Now, if you are in the middle of the it's not working phase, I want you to hear this. It might be working, it might not be finishing, but good things take time, and you are allowed to take the time. If this video helped, leave a comment below with the thing that you are staying consistent with right now, and I'll read them and I will help you guys in the comments. Now, if you want more videos like this, please be sure to hit the like button and of course subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video.